East St. Louis City Councilwoman and East St. Louis Township contractor June Dean Hamilton, 53, was charged with public contractor misconduct and forgery. East St. Louis Township trustee Michael Roberts, 70, of East St. Louis, was charged with official misconduct. Rashonta Lacey, 45, of Swansea, was charged with forgery in relation to the charge that June Dean Hamilton Dean was charged with. East St. Louis Township trustee Edith Moore was also charged with forgery and an additional count of preventing someone from lawfully voting or opposing or supporting the nomination during the election. Tiana Gillespie, an Allerton police officer, is charged with knowingly possessing a gun at a time when her firearms identification card was revoked by the state of Illinois because she had been in a mental institution within the past 5 years. Anthony Davis of Cahokia, an auxiliary officer for the village of Washington Park, is charged with official misconduct for committing obstruction of justice during the course of his duties during an investigation of a traffic accident that he was involved in. Christopher Malone, who is 41, who is an employee of the United States Postal Service, has been charged with official misconduct and theft for stealing government property and United States currency while employed as a postal worker. Joanne Reed, the former mayor of Allerton, is charged with knowingly giving or promising to give to another person to vote or to influence that person to vote for or against any candidate or public question, promising them money, and she's also charged with electioneering within 100 feet of any polling place. Michael Crockett Jr., 55, of Millstadt, a member of the St. Clair County Board of Review, is charged with official misconduct, and the predicate offense for that misconduct is bribery, and also for failing to report being offered a bribe to the appropriate authorities. Now, it's important to note that under Illinois law, all of the above stated offenses are eligible for probation under Illinois law. Oliver Hamilton, the East St. Louis supervisor, as I previously mentioned, pled guilty to federal public corruption charges in the Southern District of Illinois Thursday. Now, he and his sister, June Dean Hamilton, were paid in part from grants that were obtained by the township for a violence reduction program called Ceasefire. While the people of East St. Louis continue to suffer from a disproportionate amount of violence, and while police officers are risking their lives to stop it, you have these two individuals, one now having pled guilty in federal court, one now charged in state court, whose phony baloney jobs have been funded by the so-called ceasefire grant. It goes without saying that is infuriating to many people who care about the people of East St. Louis and who are greatly concerned about genuinely stopping violence in the community.